Alright, I'm in the process of tracking down more elusive secrets here in Remnant 2, and I'm having a real good time doing it, so thought I might as well start recording. Why not? Right now, I'm looking for 2 secret items to complete a set that allows me access into what seems like the mother of all secrets in this game. It's getting kind of ridiculous at this point. I feel like I'm tweaking on the secrets. I gotta get me some more secrets, man. Okay, first thing I need to do is commit murder on this big boy. He's one of the 2 final bosses that you can get in Narud, the sci-fi kind of world. Pretty cool design, but basically all the bosses are. I've taken them on once. I remember lots of lasers and giant hands coming out of the ground. There's the lasers. Yeah, these hands. Holy hell, okay. Just die already. Nice.
It seems the effects of Alexis Torah were felt in all corners of the ship. Nonetheless, you were successful, and I now have access to the core.
Okay, with him down, I need to go to an NPC called the Custodian. And then from there, it gets a little wild. Yes, this fellow here. I really like all the designs and the architecture and things in Narud, but I think I gotta say it's my least favorite of the 3 worlds.
As for your reward, take this. You have earned it. Now leave. There is much I must do.
Nice, but that's not what I came for. Now, I have to either wait an actual real life 24 hours and come back here, or I can do what I'm going to do, go offline and set the system clock on my PC to at least 24 hours in advance, and we'll see what happens from there, because actually I have no idea. Okay, set my clock forward, and now it looks like something's happening, because I can't travel to anywhere on Narud. Oh, but I have an entirely new place I can go to. Well, that's badass. And the route has been wiped off the map, apparently. This is kind of like the area. There's a secret area with Nimue. I think the other video I've done on Remnant, I think I showcased it in that one. That's what I came for. So this is the next to last piece of a puzzle to get to yet another secret. This game continues to blow my mind.
It will take a great deal of time to find. And for the purposes of this endeavor, time is our friend.
Okay, well that's good news. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, 5 more, I think. Yeah, so this one's equally as crazy, but not quite as epic or mysterious. You just have to put on fat boy armor and flop around like an idiot 100 times. And then this dude, hopefully, yes, will sell you this amulet. Sweet. So that should be the final piece that I need to do whatever the hell it is that I'm trying to do. Kind of digging the skimpies and the Cam Newton hat here, but I need to equip an extremely specific loadout now to see if this works. So costume change coming up. I think that's a good sign that I'm all glitchy and defragged out. I'll talk about the loadout that's required, but I just want to get there first. This area is the labyrinth. It's a main story area. Very cool area. And this door is, you can find it pretty early on in the game, but I think my buddy and I just never thought about it again because we didn't know how to get into it. Alright, it should be right up here. And yes, I can now interact with it. Okay, I want to run through this setup real quick and just tell you how ridiculous it is. So every single piece of your build has to be a specific thing. The first class needs to be Explorer, which you get from beating the game, and then you have to grind it up to max level to get the last skill. The secondary class has to be Invader, and you have to have the second skill activated on it. The armor set you can buy from a merchant in the base after you beat the game. 3 of the rings you need also can be purchased from merchants, and then the last one is found in the final area of the game in a slightly hidden area. Handgun and melee weapon are both found here in the labyrinth. The main gun requires obtaining a specific ring and putting it on and standing in a specific place after completing one of the story paths in the Yesha world. Then Leto's amulet, you saw me doing all the flopping for it. And then the Void Heart, which was the one that required disintegrating all of Nerud and then walking out into the void to obtain. So all of this has to be equipped exactly as is, and then you gain access to this door. I'm excited. Obviously, I've read what I need to do once I get in, but I still don't really know what to expect, so I'm ready to find out. The backrooms. Okay, I know I need to get moving. This is crazy. I'm on a timer, I know that. And to my knowledge, there are 3 items hidden around in this maze. The skill that I'm using on Explorer, the skill that you have to have equipped, conveniently shows you like treasure items through walls. So I think that's what I'm doing. Is I didn't even see that one through the wall, but I think that's mainly what I came for. I think that's it. Pretty sure that unlocks an archetype, which is the mission I'm on to find all the archetypes. There's something else right there. I don't know what else is in here. I have no idea. Alright, an amulet, but even better. Even better. Some little kid-like graffiti. Okay, I'm assuming that sound means that I'm out of time. Hey. Bisected ring. Well, that's 3 items. And I'm pretty sure that means I'm a goddamn winner. That's so cool that they put backrooms into this game. I just keep loving the developers more and more. I want to go back to base and check out everything I got. Alright, let's look at the amulet and ring first. Gunfire security lanyard. Automatically reloads magazine over time. Does not work for single shots. Very interesting. And gain infinite stamina. All damage is increased 15%. Finally, a new archetype. I think that's the last one of the base game. I think I've collected them all now. Might be one more in the DLC, I'm not sure, but gotta go check this out. It seems to be a fairly well-rounded class. It focuses on mod power regeneration with some utility and defense thrown in. It is definitely one of the archetypes that ever existed. Don't know that I'll use it much at all, but man, obtaining it was awesome. I don't know what to do with myself now. I think I just want to play some more. There's a boss in this game that's basically the Eye of Sauron. If you look at it too long, you go mad. Fudges up your UI. I killed it with a fiery tornado. That's just how I do.
Oh, yeah!
Now I just want to nerd out on this build that I'm currently working on for a little bit. It's all based around this infiltrator skill, wormhole, which teleports you and also increases the damage of your very next attack by 3 times, 300%. And I just think it's one of the coolest moves that I've played with so far in the game. So this build's pretty much to be able to use that as much as possible. That's the goal. And then I have a sniper and a sawed-off shotgun to capitalize on that damage percentage every time I use that. And then for the big boy damage, I have a skill from the gunslinger tree, which activates and then reloads your weapons every time you switch weapons. So I can dump a couple, just keep cycling back and forth. Normally you have to reload every 2 shells, as you'd expect with the sawed-off. Okay, so that's kind of the main shtick here. So here's what I got going on to try to make that happen. I've got an amulet that reduces skill cooldowns, and then 2 rings that do the same thing. Actually, there was a pretty cool secret that I wouldn't mind showing you, specifically you, Cody, if you watch this, with this one. So to get this, I had to get to this last area in Yesha before the final boss, stomp out a few aliens, go all the way to the bottom of the area, find an illusory wall, and then find a lockbox. Then go find a key that opens that lockbox. Interact with the box to open it. There are other things you can do. You can actually take the seed to the base and plant a tree that then gives you items. I haven't done that yet. But instead, I took it to this lady. And the dialogue made me feel like it was the most important thing I'd done in the entire game.
What is it, Paxeltech? Impossible. Does it know what it holds? Offspring of the Thane. Holy seed of life. It holds in its hands the salvation of all Pan, and it gives it freely, Paxeltech. It has blessed this aged throne more than any before it. Let the sins of the past be forgiven. Let the wounds be washed and healed. Approach, Paxeltech. Take this gift with our blessing. From this day forward, be known as Thane Gear, the kin savior and ever redeemed.
That lady said real nice things to me and made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Okay, and then I have this ring, which is one of my favorites in the game, that duplicates any status effect you put on an enemy. So if you're doing 10 tick per second damage, it bumps it up to 20 on anything. So I've got some bleed going on with this to just add a layer of complexity, and I like that status effect damage. Then I've got a ring that just gives you slow mod power over time. Essentially turns your mods into long cooldown skills, whereas usually you have to get damage in. So that's nice to just be able to run around when you're not fighting, just looking for loot or whatever, and get some mod power during those times. And then my melee weapon is the Assassin's Dagger that does bleed damage on charge attacks. And on my double barrel, I have a mod that increases the damage against bleeding targets by 20% and also causes bleed on critical hits or weak spot hits. So a little bit of synergy going on right here. There's one other thing I can do, which is take one of these that lasts for 60 minutes, and now that's 10 extra % off my skill cooldowns. Let's look at my advanced stat. Skill cooldown 78%. Okay, I think the cap's 80%, so I'm right there at it. Alright, now let's try this out. See if we can actually make all this theory crafting work. These dudes are really beefy, so I don't know. This is the best test, but yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, so these a little quirky. I've got to get used to, like, you can aim this or just tap it. So if you aim it, I know you teleport right behind. I don't know, I just think that's such a cool skill. From what I can see, you can teleport downward, but not up. So you can't like traverse with it upwards. But I should be able to go. Maybe not. We'll see. It'll require a little bit of testing. Decent getaway button too. Oh, and with the invader being prime perk, it leaves behind a little dude for like 3 seconds to draw enemy aggro. See, it's coming back like insanely fast. Let's see. 7.7 seconds on the cooldown. Kind of insane. Alright, and then for my secondary skill, I'll probably swap it out. When I'm doing co-op, I may go healer, have a healing bubble. That would be on a really low cooldown too, so that might be a little OP now. But right now I have a gunslinger skill. Oh, that sound effect when you just slam the swords together was so cool. 2 from the shotgun, switch. Just switch back, and I'm reloaded. Reloaded. Well, no, it ended, but you get the picture. I think it's gonna work nicely. I love it when a theory craft turns out like you wanted it to. Like it. Excited to use it. Anything else? I don't think I mentioned my relic. This is my favorite relic. It halves the number of relics you get, but it gives you a ton of healing from them, and speeds up the use speed, which is nice because this ring that I have slows down relic use speed, so it kind of completely negates it. It's still really fast with that one. You just get less heals overall. But I tend to use other things to try to heal rather than the relics when possible. So it's far from optimal, but that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for fun. And one thing I don't do is look up builds. I'll look up secrets and items and whatever all day on Wiki or Extra Life or whatever, but to me, looking up builds and just copying other people's is zero fun. I have to toy with stuff on my own, but okay, that's it. I think now I'm going to prepare for my next run, which is going to be a hardcore run. I've decided. Maybe I'll roll that into a new video. I love this game. It's slowly making its way into the pantheon of of my favorite games. It's getting right up there with the Souls games, I think, as a game that I might revisit time to time for as long as I possibly can. Alright, as we say where I'm from, have a good one.